Hey, it's Rachel from the Life Facilitator, and I am going to share my, mostly, almost entirely completed Simple Daisy notebook from Coco Daisy that I used as a glue book, junk journal, a little bit of memory keeping, kind of all the things. I am going to carefully sit down. If you've been around here a little bit, recently Lil Cat has been showing up in my videos, so hopefully she doesn't show up in this one. Okay, so this kit is the Moth and Mirth November collection from Coco Daisy. So the insert has a bunch of pages like this that are just blank that I then use to make my pages. So this was a fun challenge for me because I haven't finished a simple notebook in a while, and but I've gotten back into glue booking, junk journaling, scrap journaling, whatever, and thought it'd be fun to challenge myself to try to finish this insert. So there's no rules on this insert. And so why don't we just get into it, shall we? Am I in frame? Yes, okay. So here's my first spread. This is a mix of things from Coco Daisy, from Amy Tangerine's Paper Play, which is definitely becoming a quick favorite. I'll grab it because I think it's really cool. This is becoming a quick favorite supply. The paper is super thin, and so it's really easy to add to things without adding bulk. I love the idea of just you could actually just use this as a journal as itself, but I love pulling out the pages and ripping them and doing all sorts of fun things with them. So this background here is from there, and then this background here was on the page already. Some of these cool cards that come in the creative kits now. I love the size of these. These are super cool. Here's another one from the creative kit. And then in the pocket, I have a article from our Memphis flyer about autumn as a portal and really embracing sort of what autumn is as a season is about. Really loved this article and wanted to keep it, so will I be able to fold it back? Yay for me. Okay, so made a little pocket to add that there. I did not really think about sizing of the pocket. No worries. This is just sort of a mix of collage and junk journal and a little bit of journaling about this moment of sitting, and it says sipping tea on the couch surrounded by supplies and listening to lo-fi on a cool overcast day. I am happy for the pause. And really enjoyed putting this spread together. Again, this background it was on the insert, and I just put a bunch of things over it. Here's a currently spread, this was fun to make too, kind of just a mix of a whole bunch of different things. And I've been interested in doing more currentlies that are less about what I'm listening to or reading. I am doing those too, but also just sort of more of a snapshot of what I am sort of into in the moment. So bought some loafers, and now I'm completely obsessed with putting outfits together. You'll see that actually there are two spreads about that. Also bought a pair of heeled loafers that I wanted when I was in middle school. How and if I wear them remains to be seen. Spent most of the morning working on my projects with January Coco Daisy collection. Fun to just play again. And then, a real moment of my stomach and head have not been right for a few days due to the weather change, maybe, and too much food out, not enough movement. Yep, that checks out. This was really fun. This was on the page, the grateful, thankful and grateful, and then I added for quiet moments. And then these little girlies are from a couple of washi tapes that I got that are from the washi tape shop. And then I used some of the word fetty from various Cocoa Daisy kits to like signify some of my favorite quiet moments in my life. And yeah, I really, really liked this a lot. This was really fun and super easy to put together too. I made this back in September when I got the November collection, and these are all just like little scrappy bits from other projects using this Moss and Mirth collection, and then added another one of the washi tape girlies on the side on this page, and then it says Huga in the library, and then like a little quote about that. And I left this page blank because I just kind of like the idea of it being sort of like airy, especially because this is a little chaotic. Yes, I love this so much. I found an old photo, February of 2019, and it was a pile of planners and journals, and I really wanted to document it. And so I actually used several Everyday Explorer stamp sets to make this page, and then just some other stuff from my stash. And I just think it's so cute, and I love throwback. I used to love posting Throwback Thursday on Instagram, and now I like the idea of doing like Throwback Thursday photos. Super cute. Did some shopping over the last month or so, and got a couple I got quarter crew socks, which, y'all, if you're a millennial, this feels wrong because we have fought for years to at least I feel like I have been fighting like sock trends, but honestly the quarter crew makes a lot of sense in the wintertime. So and yeah, I really like this just sort of collage-y spread of documenting shopping. This one's fun too. This is just like various stickers and business cards and little bits from things that I have gone to in Memphis. And I just really like seeing all these little things together. That just makes me really happy. And yeah, I love this. Makes me. It's like not a very aesthetic spread, but that's fine. I think sometimes it's nice to have spreads that are just like meant to like stick it down and make you smile later. Again, this is also not a very aesthetic spread, but that's fine. This is all of the remnants from a trip to DC to visit some friends, where we went to dinner. We played racquetball. And then we did trivia one night, and then my friend and I went and saw the Life of a Showgirl movie when it was like the weekend that it was in the theater. And yeah, just super. I love this. It's just nice to. Sometimes I think because for so many years I have been memory keeping with photos and like being really, I don't know, like not. Like if there's not a photo, maybe then it doesn't count. And I like this sort of documenting where it's like I do have photos from the weekend, but who knows when I will get to that. And so having this here to remind me like, oh yeah, this was a special weekend. And I know, I have, the nice thing too is that I have the date here. It was October 2nd that we flew there. And yeah, this is such a nice alternative, and it's so low stress. Like you just are slapping stuff on the page. I added a couple of like, I don't know, stickers from my stash, but generally speaking, just glue and go. I made as I mentioned before, I bought some loafers, so I'm like kind of into like loafer life right now. And I have also been spending more time on Pinterest lately just because Instagram feels a bit like a dumpster fire, and I do love YouTube, obviously. Um, but I have been enjoying sort of like, yeah, having my energy and attention on a different platform. But I also love the idea of making an analog Pinterest board, like in the old days. Um, and this was super fun to make, and it was a perfect spread to do it because of the, I don't know, the border like really worked in my favor. And then I used, this is an old like listing prompt from the Reset Girl that I used to at the top of the page. Another sort of slap and go of things that I picked up over I think over a weekend. So it was River Arts Fest here, and I picked up, one of the vendors had stickers of her art. Such a good idea. And so stuck those in there and have her like artist information. And then sticker from a pickup order. My Cocoa Daisy box arrived. These are old like Polaroids that were from Kelly Bang's Creative. A stamp. Yeah, just a lot of little bits. Placed an order with Little Craft Place, which is one of my favorite stationery stores to order from. Also, Eunice and her team are the best. And I did buy a Hobonichi A6 Avec, and here it is. We'll see. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. And then these are little bits from the like packaging. And then I also bought a undated traveler's notebook free diary, the weekly vertical. I will be honest, I don't think I will end up using it. Those columns are very narrow, like real narrow, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, the paper is cream. I knew that when I ordered it, but I ordered it anyways. My goodness. I had a couple things that they couldn't fulfill in the order, which was like literally not a big deal at all. But I love that I got this little note. Look at how cute that is. Love that. And then on the back, I wrote down the things that I got in my order. Oh, including all these little girly stickers. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Okay. And then the pocket is from packaging from Cocoa Daisy. This spread is just sort of a hodgepodge of just all sorts of things. This postcard I got from my father and mother-in-law like a while ago, and while of course I love the information in it, I also love this postcard, and so I decided to use one of the Cocoa Daisy clear pockets and just stick it in. It says keep calm and stay cozy, little die cut, little collage embellishment, a cluster of embellishment, and then yeah, just some other bits and bobs. These papers are the Cocoa Daisy paper pad papers, which are like roughly the same like thickness as the ones in the Amy Tangerine. I'm obsessed with the papers. I can grab it real quick, and I'm sorry about the microphone, but I'm sure you all don't mind. For me to be able to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So all of the creative kits now come with these paper pads. And as you can see, I used a lot of this one. So this paper and this paper are from the paper pad. In fact, the other one behind it too. And like, this paper is amazing because it is so thin and it rips so easily and it doesn't take up any bulk. Just thank you, Christine and Cocoa Daisy, for this product. It is my new favorite. Clearly I'm in my like style or attempt at style era. And so I did a art teacher aesthetic Pinterest board. This is another style trend I'm like curious about. I just love the idea of like quirky. I also love, well, I was a 20 something during the 2010s, and the like twee style was very big during that time, and I'm here for it and still here for it, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm here for it. I love it. Okay, anyway, love this little layout. This is super fun. I need to do more of these because especially when it comes to like journal inspiration or like planner inspiration or anything where I'm feeling I am inspired, I love the idea of an analog Pinterest board. Leave a comment if you would like to actually see me make one, like a process video. This is the only spread that didn't get finished, but I'm fine with that. This is just sort of a life lately photo dump, and all I'm gonna do is just write a little bit about each of these photos, and then it will be done, but I didn't want to wait So packaging from a Starbucks day. I took a co-working call from Starbucks. It's not an interesting story at all. So, but I kept the little wrapper and then just put a couple of tags in here, which have nothing on them. They just look cute in there. And then I ripped this page, the back page, and adhered part of it down, and then had this, I just wanted a little interactive element, really no other reason than that. And then went to this event and didn't take a single photo, and so instead I just included the ad for it on this spread. This is Halloween. My husband and I did Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce costumes for Halloween. I cannot show them because my husband would be incredibly embarrassed. But I dressed as Travis, he dressed as Taylor, and I don't think he'd be embarrassed. Obviously, he went out looking like that, but I don't need it on the internet. And so this is the mustache that I wore for that outfit. Hilarious. And then packaging because we had to order a bunch of stuff to do this outfit. And yeah, that's the last spread. Not my favorite, honestly. It's like my least favorite spread, but that's okay. The moment is documented. In fact, I should probably put the date. So, I mean, obviously it's Halloween, but October 31st, 2020, 30 days in September, April, June. Yeah, okay. And it was on Friday. One thing I am aware of as I've been like organizing and going back through old inserts is how often I forget to put the year. And y'all, when you've been doing this for a while, the years start to smooch together. And so where you can, put the year, because I mean, I have a really, I forget every time. So that is what I'm going to do in the front. I am going to put, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to actually put it on this page right here. Just fall 2025. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And that's it. I will go through my planner when it's more filled in. But I was so excited that I basically finished this that I had to share it. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks again. Bye.